kindergarten. Welcome to the sixth 6 weeks. We're so happy to have you here. Let's look at what you're working on this time around. First off, you start with 20 days of a school service learning project. This only has 2 TEKS, so you have a lot of ability to really customize this to what you want that's best for your students. So let's start with your unit overview and look at your documents. First off, we want to make sure that the students understand that good citizens help their community, that a decision-making process can be used to identify a situation that requires a decision, that a decision-making process can be used to gather information, identify options, and predict consequences, and that a decision-making process can be used to help citizens take action to implement a decision. Your guiding questions throughout this chapter could be, how might good citizens help their community? What are some problems in our school and our community? How can good citizens plan to serve their community? Or what actions should good citizens take to serve their community? The suggested pacing plan for this that I have is that you would spend about 10 days researching what is a service learning project. Really, this is an opportunity for you to take some time and to look through what other students have done, what people do around the community, and for them to learn what service learning is all about. Then I have a day for them to vote on which service learning project the class wants to participate in. And then I have 9 days for them to participate in it. And this is where you get a lot of freedom. And I know we don't say that often in the curriculum department, but this would be an opportunity for you all to really get started on that and to make this an exciting thing for your students. Okay, and then we're finalizing your 6 weeks with summer celebrations. I have 9 days for this. And remember, these are about approximately, the most important thing is you get this in before you go on summer vacation. I know you're excited, you're almost right there. So let's look at our unit documents here. Our unit overview for this talks about, once again, the main things you've been hitting on all year long. Holidays or celebrations, traditions or special celebrations that have family customs with them, that events can be ordered chronologically. You're going to talk about the traditions and customs of our families during Memorial Day and Independence Day, and my suggested pacing guide. Because what we're really focusing on here is Memorial Day and Independence Day. And I know earlier in the year we might have done some things with Independence Day, but for this you want to talk to them because it's what's going to be going on when you're not with them. So, I have that you have 2 days for each one of these about what is it, why do we celebrate this, with Memorial Day customs, and then comparisons, how do different people go. You might find that if they don't have any military personnel in their family, they aren't really celebrating Memorial Day, except for the fact that we don't go to school. But Memorial Day is going to take place this is going to happen right around this time, because this year we are going to school after Memorial Day. So it'll be a perfect time in the calendar year to do that, and then you can finish up with Independence Day. So let's look at your standards. We have explain the reasons for national patriotic holidays, and I have Memorial Day. We celebrate Memorial Day to honor those who died serving our country. There might be some confusion about this and Veterans Day. Remember, Veterans Day celebrates all veterans, but Memorial Day only celebrates those who have passed away while they were serving in the military. So you'll want to talk about that. Flying of flags, we have parades honoring them. We don't go to school for the day. And then Independence Day, we want to review the concept that it's the nation's birthday from the national community. They need to be able to use the 2 words Independence Day and 4th of July concurrently. So they need to know that Independence Day and 4th of July are the exact same thing. And then you want to discuss the ways we celebrate with fireworks, barbecue, parades, concerts, etc. Some of the things we have writing on here is possibly they could create a collage and explain the importance of Memorial Day. They could draw a picture of a veteran and write 1 sentence stating what we celebrate on this day. When you're talking about the customs, draw 3 examples of how we celebrate the 4th of July. It'd be great if you did a Venn diagram and had the children chart out the different ways that we celebrate, and then have them pick 3 ways to come up to that. And then from a series of pictures that make sure they have pictures that show people celebrating the 4th of July, and they could select from those. That would be a good way to assess the difference. If you want to find out if they understand what Memorial Day is, a picture of someone honoring a grave or putting flowers on something might be a great way to show that. That would not be looking at fireworks. So you'll want to look through those things. Also, we have placing events in chronological order, and on this, really, the important thing is that they are able to put the events of when that happens on a calendar. So when I say put things in chronological order, what that means is when I give you a blank calendar, if I give them a symbol for Memorial Day, like a soldier, and then if I were to also give them fireworks, can they find the right thing if I tell them that date? That is one very easy way. That could even be a center activity. You could utilize a word bank and have them correctly use the words before, after, and next in relation to various summer holidays and activities. They could create a story describing some summer activities. They could share with one another the ways that we celebrate. Do they watch fireworks? Where do you go? Describe the importance of why is it important. You know, for some families, this is the time that they get together. I know in my own personal family, it looks like we're going to head up north and go to Massachusetts to celebrate the 4th of July. That's exciting because we don't see family that often. So you can talk about how a lot of the times these important holidays are great opportunities to get together as families. And they will compare customs and traditions. I had an example assessment item, which is really more of a task you could give, but through this you would be able to see mastery. That you have the students create a foldable where one side is a sentence about how he or she celebrated one of these holidays and a picture depicting it. And the other side is a sentence about his or her parent or grandparent celebrated the holiday and a picture depicting it. Because what they might find is if they go back and ask about family customs, that they have changed over the years and that the things that their family members or their grandparents did are different than what we do today. We have more technology now. We have better fireworks, you know, so it'd be a great thing for them to talk about what types of food may be different, all that stuff. Kindergarten, I just want to say, I know that you have worked so hard this year. I am so proud of you. Thank you for making social studies a priority. We really appreciate it. Also, I want to show you in here under the resources section. Remember, we have our Nystrom New Friends and New Places. You all are sharing those books, but you might want to look through. They have some ideas for the summer holidays. In addition to that, there is a literature connection, and when you got the new literature book, there's Apple Pie 4th of July, which is part of the Nystrom Literature Library, and that would be a great way for you to connect it to some solid literature. Have a wonderful summer. It has been a pleasure working with you.